What does it take to become a high value woman? But everybody keeps saying high value woman, high value woman, high value woman. What exactly does it take for you to be a high value woman? What does it take to set you apart as a high achieving, high value woman? So this video is going to be taken to you about all the characteristics and tips to help you become that woman that everybody wants to look up to, that woman that everybody wants to see as a mentor, that woman that everybody knows that she has so much to give. So let's get into this video. If you're new here, my name is Magdalene. On this channel I talk about fashion, travel and lifestyle, and I do believe if you look good you feel your best. So let's get into these tips on how to become an high value woman. The first step is for you to dress for yourself. So typically when I was growing up as a teenager, we used to make us believe that when you want to dress up, you should dress just so that a guy is going to catcall you. You're going to dress solely for the men to attract their attention and all that. But for you to dress for yourself as a woman, it makes you a high value woman. You're dressing just because you want to feel good. You want to dress because you feel good in the outfit. It's not all about the opposite. High value woman dresses for herself. That does not mean you now start shopping aimlessly or shopping just because it's on sale, but at least the high value woman definitely dresses to look good for herself. You feel good, and you know this my channel is all about looking good and feeling good within yourself. So you shop basically because you want to dress for yourself, you want to feel good in yourself. There's this feeling that comes with changing your hair, making a new hairstyle, or styling a new outfit, or wearing a new crest. You know that feeling. It boosts your self-esteem as a woman. It makes you more confident to just, if you're wearing a pair of heels, make you feel like you're gliding on your own runway. That's what a high value woman should do. A high value woman should dress just because she wants to look good. And to become a high value woman is to be open to personal development. You should be ready to learn more. You should be open to growing your career development. You should be open to reading and improving yourself personally. A high value woman does not stay in one particular position. You should be willing to know what's happening, follow the trends in their career path. So if currently you are a banker and you are still in a particular role, you should be curious to know what's happening in this role. You should be curious to know what it takes to become a manager or all those. So a high value woman is always trying to improve herself. She has a mentor. Even if the mentor is not a physical mentor that is accountable to her, she has a mentor that she can look for, so that she can read about, she can follow up their footsteps to become what they've become. Because learning from the successful people's path is easier for you not to make the same mistake they made. So I have any is all about trying to develop ourselves, always open to personal development. And this brings me to learning you to improve your education. And for you, if you've just done your BSc and you're looking for an opportunity to do your masters through distance learning, or you want to do your PhD through distance learning, we are going to discuss how you get it through UNICAF. UNICAF is an online learning, distance learning program. They can give you a degree from Malawi and also from UK. So this program, you can just sign up for it and start learning, and you get almost 80% scholarship on UNICAF. So yes, UNICAF will pay a part of your tuition through scholarship and you pay the rest. So this is a very good opportunity for you to improve yourself as a high value woman. You can go and get your master's degree, which will be sent to you, though you have to pay in foreign currency because you have to pay in dollars. Yes, it is, most of your tuition is actually covered through scholarship, and you will definitely love it. So if you are looking for a way to improve yourself as a high value woman, go more and learn more, improve yourself, master that particular thing you're studying, master yourself in human resources, master yourself in engineering. Go and seek to develop yourself. So I'm going to be linking down below a link for you to be able to sign up for UNICAF program if you high value woman set boundaries. Boundaries is very, very necessary for you to survive in this world. If you don't have boundaries, people will always take you for granted. So a high value woman will always set boundaries. That does not make you strict or unapproachable. That is far from it. A high value woman is actually very approachable, yet she knows when a boundary is being crossed. Everybody has a boundary they want. So like, you know that when you're talking to somebody or liaising with somebody, when the person is crossing a certain boundary that you don't want them to touch, you tell them to stop or make them know that they're about to cross a certain boundary. So every much should have a boundary. Not everybody should have access to you. You should not be too accessible for comfort, or you should know when people are beginning to take you for granted. You should know when people are beginning to insult the fact that you're free. So every woman always have that boundary. Even in her personal life she has a boundary, even in her family life she has that boundary. Boundaries is necessary for you to survive as a high value human. You need it to always have boundaries because it is necessary for everyone, not just a high value human, to always have these boundaries that shouldn't be touched, shouldn't be crossed. This is what you know you want, and nobody should cross it because it's your own. High value human knows her worth and have good self-esteem. So I would give you a backstory of one time during my dating period where I met someone who apparently suggested something that it's against what I believe in. So he wants to date, but he wants to be able to date other people, which I don't have an issue with that. But I wanted exclusive relationship, but this person wanted to keep dating and suggested the same for me. For me that have good self-esteem and I know what I want in life or what I want in a person, I wanted to be so exclusive. And since the person stated clearly that he doesn't want to be exclusive, I decided to step out and walk out of that relationship. Normally, if I don't have good self-esteem or I believe I will meet somebody else, I'm going to stick to him and say, okay, let's keep going, whatever you want. But I know what I want, and that is you knowing your self-worth, knowing what you want, know that you are more useful and more valuable to somebody. Thankfully, I still met more better people than this particular person. Just you knowing that you need to have your own self-esteem, you get to eventually realize that people that begin to offer you scrap or give you things that are not yours, or try to use the whatever is your self-esteem to judge you, or they're using the fact that you belittle yourself, and they'll take advantage of that. If they realize that you build up your self-esteem, they'll walk, they won't even come close to you because they realize that you are way above them and you have done what you want. And this, funny enough, this same person actually tried to come back in future, but then I was not interested in that kind of person because I knew what he was trying to give me back then, and it was not up to my standard, and still now it's still not up to my standard. I don't want to. I'm not giving such a person a second chance into my life, because I do believe when such people come into your life second time, they're coming to drop your self-esteem to come back to their level, and I'm not going to. Human knows when to delegate. Like being a mom, having my professional career, having my blog, having my YouTube channel feels like a whole lot. I wouldn't lie to you guys. Sometimes I feel so stressed. My anxiety will go through the roof just because I have a whole lot to handle. But a high value woman knows when to delegate. So you know when to, okay, let your partner take care of the child while you take a period time of chasing your blog or your personal career. Both of you will know how to, okay, you can do this based on capability and ability, and me, I can do this. So you have everybody know when to delegate, know when to say, okay, I can't do this, this is way above what I can do now. It's beginning to encroach into the most important things in my life. I will just delegate it. So every value woman should know when to delegate a task. For my blog, since I know it's not easy for me to write and still be able to run every other thing, I was able to get a writer to be dealing with that part, and soon or later I'm going to get an editor for my YouTube vlog, so that person will handle that part. So you should know when it's getting too much for you to handle. I know it's some people to feel like high value man have it all figured out, she's able to juggle so many balls. That's a lie. As a high value man, you should know when to take a rest for yourself, know when to give out the tasks that are stressing you out, so you have free up more space and time for you to actually live life and enjoy what you have. So yes, a high value man should know when to delegate, because delegation will always save your life. It will save your life from all these mental boundaries, career growth. But yes, a high value man is very, very kind. You are very, very kind, not to a fault. You are very kind to your children, you are kind to your husband, you are kind to your colleagues in the office. You are very, very kind, that you are a nurturer. You know when to be a mom, you know when to be a teacher, you know when to be a mentor, you know how to just shift and fit into that particular situation. You are kind-hearted. That's a high value woman. You are not trying to be a very, very, very strict person. You should be very, very approachable. You should be good to everybody. A high value woman is always kind. She knows when to help, knows when to give, he knows when to say no when she's been taken advantage of. So don't say because I say you should be kind, you will now not know when to say no, because knowing when to say no to people taking advantage of your kindness will give you peace of mind. So when people begin to take advantage of the fact that you're a sweet person, you can keep your dreams aside and run after other people's dreams just to make sure they are set up and come back to yours. People do tend to take advantage of that, but as a kind person, you should know when to say no and when to say yes. Be kind, but don't be kind to a fault that people will begin to take advantage of the fact that you're nice. So your value man is nice and kind, but knows where to draw that boundary. You see the importance of boundary, the importance of saying no. No, I can't do this. No, I can't afford this. No, let me be. No, I can't afford to do this for you because I'm about to do this and this for myself. So you should be able to have that self-love too. But for me, for every man, is for you to have a life. Many ladies do not have a life. Many of us just have our life revolving around maybe our spouse, revolving around our kids, revolving around our family. Have your own personal life. You should have something you love doing best. You should always seek to have me time. Sometimes you just want to go on vacation and stay alone and just have that me time. As an introvert, I love my me time. I just love to just be there in my own zone, in my feelings, be trying to relax and also enjoying self-care. And that is one thing. You should have a life. You should know what you want. When you have a life, you have a hobby you different from that of your spouse. You will have a hobby that you do when your kids are not there. You should always have 1 hour or 2 hours away that you just stay and just maybe, if your hobby is to read through magazines, you'll be flipping through magazines. You can give yourself a spa treatment. You should have a life. You should know what you want. You should have a time where you begin to figure out who you really are. Every woman actually knows who she is. She knows when she's beginning to behave out of character. She knows when she's not doing the right thing. She knows when she's beginning to wrap her life around somebody else, because wrapping your life around somebody else is not really good for you or your mental health. When that person leaves, or God forbid the person dies, you will now start all over again. So it's good for a high value woman to have her own life, a life where she is happy in her own self, she's comfortable in her own skin, she knows herself so well, she knows what she wants, she knows when to say no and yes, So that is all about what these tips to become a high value woman. Which one will you start applying? When will you start going for career development? Because everybody needs to improve themselves. Even if you're an entrepreneur, UNICEF also have MBA program if you want to develop your business skills. So it's not just meant for people that want to build their professional career. And check the links below, because I'll be linking down below how you can sign up for UNICEF program, and you get to be assigned your own student advisor, which you can actually liaise with. Then you can liaise freely with your lecturers, you can liaise freely with your colleague. It is you having to educate yourself from the comfort of your own house. So give this video a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel till another time. Bye guys.